Hi, and welcome to this presentation on how to do a six-figure course launch during COVID without spending a dime on ads. Very quickly, I want to tell you about myself. My name is Marcio Santos. I'm the founder of Nerd Digital. I live in Toronto, Canada, but I was born in Brazil. And I've had the great fortune of working with companies like BMW, with Kettle Fire, Fanexpo, and RadReads, and more to help them build their businesses online. And one thing that I really believe in is that the speed of change in our markets and in our work is a huge challenge for us. And my job is to help make that change a little bit easier. And in the past, in the work that I've done, I've helped companies to design courses, to sell courses. I've helped design and sell different products and services, from candy to soup to tickets to events. And so I've been around the block a few times, but now I focus mainly on course creators and helping them have a six-figure launch. Now, I want to start this presentation with a story. And I think you've probably heard this story or some variation of it, of a business owner who reaches the building of his office and tries to get up the elevator to his office, but the elevator is broken. And so he calls some of his guys and says, "Look, the elevator's broken." They open the shaft and they look in there and they see a bunch of nuts and bolts and pulleys and levers and whatnot. And he says, "Fix it. Do something." And so the guy says, "Yeah, there's so much stuff in. Which one do we turn? So which one do we fix?" So they call an expert. The expert looks in and says, "Aha," and pulls out a wrench and turns one of those screws, and the elevator starts working again. And he pulls out an invoice and writes it for him and says, here's $10,000. And the business owner says, "Wow, that was 30 seconds. It took you 30 seconds to figure out which one to twist and to fix for me. Why are you going to charge me $10,000? And the expert says, "Well, I'm not charging you $10,000 for turning a nut or turning a screw. I'm charging you for knowing which one to change, which one to work on." And that's that story, what I want to bring out of that story is, for you, whether you're an agency owner or a course creator, I want you to focus on not making big changes, but focusing on changes that are going to make a big difference in your business. And so a lot of the presentation is going to revolve around that idea. And this is Kay from RadReads. He's a client of mine and a friend. And he believed, when he started working with us, that he needed also to make huge changes in terms of his course. He believed he needed to sell courses of a certain price, of a certain level, of a certain level of complexity. And he was unsure of what to do and unsure of where to put his attention. He also didn't see a lot of the opportunities that he was sitting on. And within 30 days, 90 days of working with us, we were able to increase his organic traffic by over 30%. His revenue by over 47%, and we increased his profits versus the last quarter by 39%. These are some images from Google Analytics in terms of traffic. So you can see organic traffic here this quarter versus last quarter last year. We've grown over 600% in terms of organic traffic. And then in terms of leads, we've also grown. So over 300% growth in our organic leads. On the YouTube side as well, so another source of organic traffic for us, we were able to grow the channel by over 41%. But in terms of sales, this should say launch 2 here. In terms of sales, we helped him. So the first launch he did about 56K, and then the second launch he did over 130K. So there's a growth of over 132% from one launch to the next. These are some other numbers of other projects that we've worked on for other companies, specifically around building organic sources of revenue. Now the question is, why did an organic growth focused campaign work for RadReads? Well, I would say it boils down to 3 main reasons. And those are, number 1, he didn't have to spend all of his time and all of his resources running Facebook ads. The second thing is he was able to promote his course and sell it in a way that felt natural to him. Plus, he didn't get stuck with all of the technical issues that can get you bogged down. And we did that by doing these 3 steps here. First, we identified the biggest opportunities for growth for him and his business and his course. Then we created a strategy on how he could promote himself and sell his knowledge. And then we took care of all of the technical issues for him so he wouldn't get stuck. And this same process can work for any other course creator, and you don't have to teach a course on productivity. It also works if you teach a course about another piece of software. So Kay teaches Notion, maybe you teach Asana, or maybe you teach Webflow, or maybe you teach a professional skill like legal skills or accounting skills, or maybe you teach a craft like graphic design or painting. This could work for you as well. It could also work if you're a course creator that's a little bit stuck. So maybe you've done a launch, maybe it didn't go so well. The ideas that I'm going to share with you here can help you on your next launch. And honestly, the only reason why this wouldn't work is if you don't have a course ready to go. And just a heads up, I do have spots for 3 companies that do want help with their next course launch. So stay tuned to the end of the presentation and there's an opportunity for you. But let me dive into what we did for Kay and how we helped him grow organically. Number one, the main thing you need to do here is to create your course launch strategy. So doing this, doing a course launch can feel confusing, but it's simple once you have the right strategy. And the way to get a right strategy is, one, you have to understand your course, you have to understand your niche, and you have to understand your audience, so that you'll no longer waste time on a million shiny objects chasing them. You instantly know what to focus on. Plus, all of your offers, landing pages, and all of the marketing assets you create will be fully aligned with your audience, with your offer, and with your niche. And so that's how we did it for Radweeds. And it all started with this course launch map. So when you're thinking about developing your strategy for your next course launch, this is where you want to start, the course launch map. And you can see there's attract, acquire, excite, convert, and we have profit maximizers here on this end. But if we were to break this down into something that's a little easier to digest, you can think about it in terms of 3 phases. So we have an attract phase, which is number 1. Then we have an excite phase, which is number 2. And then we have this persuade and profit step, which is number 3. And I want to focus right now on the first step, which is how to acquire people organically. And the reason why I want to focus there is that a lot of people struggle, especially course creators nowadays, they struggle getting attention because there's so many more course creators out there today. So due to COVID, especially, more course creators have decided to come online to supplement their revenue or to create a new revenue stream for them, so that they can continue to work. Maybe they've been laid off, or because of the situation, things have changed a lot. People are spending more time at home, and they're creating course and deciding to become course creators. So there's more competition out there. So you need to fight harder to get attention. When it comes to blogging, you know that blogging is important. I'm not going to tell you that, but you also can't just write anything. Just the simple act of sitting at your computer and typing away anything you think is not always going to be helpful. You need to create content that ranks. You need to create content that is useful. And I'm going to give you an idea in the next few slides on how you can do that. In terms of YouTube, if you have videos on YouTube, if you're using that as a way to build organic traffic to your website, to let people know about the knowledge that you have, that's an excellent strategy. But one thing you want to do when you're optimizing your videos is optimize them for findability and not searchability. And what I mean by that is you don't want to use the same approach that you use to rank blog posts. So blog posts, you usually try to rank them for searchability, meaning that your blog post has to come up on the top of Google search results pages. When you're talking about YouTube, that's not the case. You don't need to rank 1 or rank 2 or even rank on the top first page. Really, what you have to do is rank close to videos that are on your topic. So, for example, for Kay, he talks about productivity. So what we did is we found videos about productivity. We found ones that were relevant for his course and for his niche and for his audience, and we made sure that we positioned our video next to these competing videos, right? And so by doing that, we were able to increase his traffic generated from YouTube. And then the third step that you can do to attract people to your funnel and attract people to your course is to develop a network of amplifiers. And so essentially, these are people that have a YouTube channel, have a podcast, or have a blog that can amplify your message for you. They can send traffic to you. They can talk about what you have to offer and how you can help other people. So diving a little bit deeper into the SEO side on the blog side, this is usually what you'll see on a blog page in terms of a category page. You have a bunch of blog posts that are listed in no specific order. Maybe they're by date, maybe they're by topic, maybe they're by featured. But what it doesn't do is it doesn't hold your user by the hand. It kind of just throws them out onto the page and says, figure it out for yourself. Choose which blog posts you want to read. the journey page, what we call the journey page, is designed in a different way because it lays out the major guideposts that your user should follow or should identify so that they help themselves. So the way the content is ordered by it progressively gets more complex. So we have basic topics at the top, we have intermediate topics in the middle, and then we have more advanced topics at the bottom of the page. What this does is it brings people in and immediately tells them, okay, what am I going to learn on this page? And where should I go? Am I a beginner? Okay, I'm going to start here at the top of the page, and I'm going to read a few posts about this. I'm going to get into it, and then maybe I'll come back once I'm ready as an intermediate. I'll hit the back button, or I'll use the breadcrumb, and then I'll continue to read the other content. And so this simple strategy, and we have a full guide on our website. You can go to nerddigital.com, and you'll see the guide that we have there for the journey page. This guide alone was this strategy alone was able to increase our dwell time on our website by over 30%. So really, it made all of our marketing more impactful. In terms of YouTube, you can see a real screenshot of some of the videos from YouTube. We helped Kay optimize some of his titles, his thumbnails, and even the descriptions, and even how the videos were organized. So the intro, the middle part, and the ending of the videos, we helped them optimize that, optimizing the cards and the calls to action that he displayed. So all of these are little nuanced tricks, things that you can do, but they make a huge difference in terms of the performance for your YouTube. And here at the bottom, I'm just showing you a screenshot of some of the amplifiers that he used to amplify his message, right? So weeks in advance, even sometimes months in advance of his launch, we encourage him and we help him to establish connections with new amplifiers so that he can have conversations, get interviewed on their channels, so that they can then send traffic to him. And I have a very quick action item for you now. And so I want you to stop watching, listening to me for a second, and actually do something. So I want you to go to this website, nerddigital.com/launch quiz, because on this site, especially if you have a course launch ready to go. So on this site, you'll find a quiz, and the quiz is going to go over these key areas of the course launch map. It's going to ask you questions about each of these phases to give you an idea of what your opportunity for growth is, right? So if you get a score, let's say you get a score of 13 or 14 or 15, it's going to give you an idea. It's like, wow, I still have a lot of room to grow in terms of the other assets that I can create, the other strategies that I can use to help you grow your course launch. So hopefully you've taken me up on the idea here to go to the course launch quiz. And I'll give you a few seconds so that you can complete it. On the last step, I am going to ask you for your email. If you don't want to share your email, totally fine. You can still get your score on the next screen, and you'll gain access to some more training after that. But for now, maybe just make note of your score. Okay, so I think that was enough time, perhaps, for you to do the quiz. And I want to jump into the second part of the strategy that we use for K, and that you need to do as well. And so what you need is you need to build your course launch engine. And really, this is what it sounds like. You really want to build all the assets needed. And doing a course launch can feel overwhelming, but once you have all the pieces working for you, it gets a lot simpler. Plus, if you understand how your marketing system works, then you can succeed as well. And again, essentially, what this part is about creating and testing all of your forms, all of your pop-ups, all of your pages, all of your emails, making sure that everything works and everything is aligned. So when you do this well, you can stop being worried, right? Because you know that you didn't miss anything. And I'm going to show you how you can, cross your T's and dot your I's in a second. You also free yourself up so that you can actually promote and sell your course instead of just creating the course and hoping that it'll sell. You will also convert more people that come into your marketing funnel. Plus, you'll never get stuck again on a forum or asking for help on a Facebook group from people that may not know your specific situation. So the way you can do this, the way you can build your engine is figure out, which of these parts is maybe missing. But what you also can do is follow this yellow brick road here, these yellow arrows, as Dorothy did in the Wizard of Oz, to figure out, can I attract somebody, right? So if I'm attracting somebody here at the top, am I able to walk them through to the end until they profit, right? Until I have profit, until I've sold. Am I able to do that? And all you want to do is follow the line and connect the dots. right? So you want to make this connection. Are you able to attract somebody to a blog, and then from a blog, are you able to acquire them into your lead funnel through a quiz or through an ebook? And then from there, is your email sending people into your mini course? Is your email sending people into the intro offer, and so on, right? So use this map, and again, at the end of the presentation, there's a link for you where you can get this, because this can help you figure out how to build your engine. Another thing that we did for Kay is we helped them build this KPI dashboard. And what this helps us to do is keep an eye on our key performance indicators. So at the top here, we have our lead flow, and we can get an idea of how we're performing on a day-to-day basis. Here, we can see how each of our channels are performing. And then here, we can see how we're pacing for the month. So let's say, for example, I open the dashboard today on a Thursday. Today's March 11th, and I want to know, how are we performing in terms of leads, or how are we performing in terms of our traffic today? Is it where we thought we should be at this point of the month? If it's not, then what should we do? And we actually did this during one of our launches. We saw that our lead flow was a little bit lower than what we wanted it, so we took action. We created a new pop-up. We displayed it on one of our top landing pages that we know which ones they are because we track them. And that pop-up helped us to increase and boost our leads so that we would reach our goal for that month. So if we didn't have the dashboard, the numbers wouldn't have jumped out at us, and we wouldn't have taken the decision. And so this is something that you could do as well. And now the third part that I really think you should do, and this is an interesting part as well, is to get people excited to buy from you. And an easy way that you can do this is simply teach people in a way that helps them see the future benefits of your full course. And you do this with a mini course. So again, you can charge for a mini course, but you can also have it free. So this is something that we did with Kay, and I'll show you in a second. And the cool thing about this is that you get to show your expertise. You get to show people how helpful you are. You get to build a little bit of likeness with them. And at the end of your mini course, you get to show them an offer that just fits naturally. So it doesn't feel like you're selling to them. It simply just says, look, you took all these steps. You've learned up until here. If you want to take the next step, cool. I have an offer for you. It's open for the next 24 hours or 48 hours, or I'm opening cart, or maybe you have a bonus offer for them, or an early bird, or something exclusive for the people that did a mini course. Maybe you just offer it like that, and it fits naturally with what you're launching. When you do this right, you can expect to see a conversion anywhere between 2 and 6% of the people that participate in your mini course should convert into your full course. And I'm going to show you what this is like on the next screen. Plus, you build your audience in a matter of days, which is super exciting. You also build momentum for when your course launches. So when you actually open cart, you have some momentum, and you won't have to worry about whether or not you're going to have a full course launch. And the reason why is that while you're doing your mini course, you can ask people questions. You can make little mini offers. Maybe even on the first day, you can talk about your course. You can make an offer for them and see how it lands. If certain ideas don't land, or certain modules of your course don't get people as excited as you thought, that gives you an opportunity to create a new module, to create a new offer, to create something new, or to adjust something, or even to remove something from your course based on the feedback that you're getting from your audience. So it can really help you when you open cart. And then again, it's fun. So, and I'll get to that in a second. This is what the mini course looks like for Rad Reads, and you can see this is a free 5-day training, and this is their full course up here. And the mini course really looks like what you would expect. You have your slides, and this is your Zoom down here, and his participants. But one thing I want to highlight here is this guy's face. So this is Kay. He's teaching his mini course, and I want you to look at this face, right? He's having fun. He's having a good time. He doesn't look like somebody who is struggling with his launch, that is struggling with his business, that's working a 9 to 5. This is somebody who's engaging with people, who's helping. This was a free event, but he's still having fun doing it. And I think as business owners, as course creators, as agency owners, this is something that we need to keep in mind, we should strive for, is having fun. We should create situations for us where we can have some fun. And doing a mini course like this is something that you can do. And the bonus, the cherry on top of this, was that he was able to convert 4.6% of people, right? So 4.6% of people that joined his mini course went on to purchase his full course. And that is a really encouraging number, so much so that we even think about sending some paid traffic into our mini course for the future. Again, another tip for you. So we spoke about the strategy. We spoke about building your engine. We spoke about the event to get people excited. And I want to throw in one more little bonus idea for you on just an easy thing that you can do to boost your profits. And so again, take out your calculator for this one. And I just want to enter into your calculator what the price of your course is. So if your price costs $1,000, just enter $1,000. Next, I want you to multiply that number by 0.5. So I want to calculate, what is 50% of your full price. The next thing, you can do this or not, is to just schedule your offer. And so the idea is you open your calendar, and for the first 2 days that you have for your course launch, for the first 48 hours, I want you to offer something at that price. Whatever your 50% came up to, offer something at that price. Offer only for 2 days, and you can even limit this further, maybe by only 10 people or 20 people or whatever fits your business and your goals. And you should see anywhere between 5 and 10%, right? So hopefully you did this. Hopefully you remember this, because for Kay, we were able to boost his sales by 9% by creating this one little offer. And he didn't have to create anything new. He didn't have to film any new videos. He didn't have to create any new modules. He didn't have to write anything new, create any more sheets, worksheets, or anything. All he did is he created a new offer. And by that, he was able to boost his sales. So with all of this combined, all of the strategy that we did in terms of this organic growth, he can now do future launches with more predictability, which is great for him. He has a family, and probably like you too, you have your own family, and so this is a strategy that works. Now, I think the tricky part about running a six-figure launch is obvious, but I'll state them here again, right? And so one is you have to make sure that you can attract the right audience without spending all of your money on ads. You need to build trust with people in a way that feels good for you and feels good for them. And then you have to persuade people without being sleazy, right? Otherwise, you're going to get a lot of people churning on your course, asking for refunds, and maybe not giving you the reviews and testimonials that you deserve. And now I have a question for you. What would it look like for you if all of this was done for you, right? So that you could spend more time at the beach, so you could spend more time with your family, so that you could fill your course with more participants, and so that you can help more people out in the world, so that the strategy, the promotion, and the technical aspects of your launch was done for you, right? So if you want me to do this for you, and this is an image of me and Kay during one of our bi-monthly calls, having fun and figuring out what we're going to work on next, I can. And so the way we do it is we use a system. It's called the Powered Up Course Launch System, and it's broken down into 4 distinct phases. And so the first phase is really we learn, right? So this is a done-for-you 6-figure course launch system. And in the first phase, all we do is learn. We, meaning me and my team, we deep dive to figure out everything about your course. How does it help people? Then we'll study your niche. And lastly, we'll understand your audience. And we do that so that everything we create for you is aligned with your course offer, with your course launch. In the second step, or the second phase, we build. So this is where we optimize your existing landing pages and calls to action. If you need one, we'll create a personalized sales page for your course, and we'll even write the emails for your launch sequence so that your course can launch without all of the stress and hassle. In the third phase, we'll organize that mini event that we talked about, this pre-launch event, to showcase your knowledge, promote the event for you. We'll do that too. Plus, we'll take care of all the technical and administrative details to make sure that you can build momentum for your course launch to maximize your sales. And then lastly, the fourth phase is we'll schedule and send all your email launch sequence, take care of all of the last parts of launching your course, creating the upsells to maximize your offers, like some of the ideas that we shared already. We'll test and track everything of your systems so that you can have a 6-figure course launch by simply showing up and sharing your knowledge. For this offer, we also have a 30-day money-back guarantee. So within the first 30 days, that's when we're doing the deep dive, when we're doing the learning. If you get your strategy, you get the ideas that we share with you, take them and run with them and implement them yourself. If you're not happy with our approach or with our ideas, totally fine. Cancel, we'll give you your money back, no hard feelings, no questions asked. So this is what you get in the Powered Up Course Launch offer. So you get the customized strategy for your launch, the customized sales page for your launch, the optimized emails, the design for your upsells. You get all of this plus our 30-day money-back guarantee. And again, this is the link. I told you that there would be a link and opportunity for you to get the course growth launch map. for you to get some of the other resources, like if you want to learn how to make that quiz as well, go to nerddigital.com/apply, and you'll also get these 3 assets, which I mentioned already. There's a lead generating quiz, which will help you design and generate. So if you took me up on the offer and the idea to go to nerddigital.com/launch quiz, you can still go there now. You will design a quiz like that for you, right? So we'll come up with the strategy around the quiz, the questions, the point system, and make sure that it fits so that you can help your audience build more leads and do a better job on your next launch. Well, the second thing you'll get is this SEO hub page. We talked about this in a little more detail, that journey page idea that we showed, and this is really great, not only at building organic traffic, but also building your authority as somebody that has specific authority on whatever that topic of that page is going to be. We'll also help you put together an influencer strategy so that you can find people that can amplify your message so you can really scale your traffic. And this is a special offer for Promo Republic participants in the summit. If you sign up before March 22nd, again, we're a small company. We only have room for maybe 3 companies to participate in this offer, but we also want to give you an organic traffic and leads bundle. All of the things that I spoke about before in terms of the offer, those are related specifically to your course launch. This stuff here, this bundle, is more future facing. And what that means is this is going to help you on your future launches by building organic traffic consistently. We will review your site to make sure that you don't have any bugs on your site that are keeping you from getting organic traffic from Google. And then we'll review all of your YouTube videos or help you put it together a strategy for YouTube so that you can get more traffic from YouTube organically as well. So that you've taken care of all the engine stuff and all the ideas and your approach for the launch. This will help you going forward for your future launches so that you can continue to get more traffic, more leads, so that you can do an even bigger launch in the future. So just to recap all the things that you learned today about doing a 6-figure launch without spending a dime on ads. You learned about the course launch map and how you should use this to figure out where you are in terms of your course launch, what's missing, what are your opportunities. You learned about how we helped Kay from Radreads with his SEO, with his YouTube, and with his amplifier strategy, and how you can do the same. We learned about doing the mini course where he converted 4.6% of people into his full course and had a good time. And plus, we showed you an idea on how you can create an easy offer to boost your sales by over 9%. So this is the offer. I thank you, and I thank Promo Republic for the opportunity to speak with you and to share this case study. I hope you take some of this and run with it. If you want help, if you want somebody to work with you, if you want a team, feel free, reach out to us, nerddigital.com/apply. Thank you, and I wish you all the best on your next launch. See ya.